Hi there. My name is Brooke Sauer, and I teach biology to ninth and 10th graders and AP biology to 11th and 12th graders at Durham School of the Arts, which is a public arts themed magnet in Durham, North Carolina. One of the reasons that I'm especially interested in this cultural experience is because I often feel like it's really difficult to incorporate culture or arts into my what sometimes feels like a rigid science curriculum. This year, North Carolina has introduced new science standards, and finally, I feel like this is my chance to address culture, particularly in my ecology unit, which previously was very much focused on the doom and gloom. What are human impacts on the environment? With the new standards, it's more what are the solutions? How are we as a society going to become more resilient and not just bounce back from climate change impacts, but sort of bounce forward and respond to those? That's kind of where I'd like to head with this cultural experience and with my cultural theme is exploring these climate resilience solutions that Denmark has put in place to respond to and counteract climate change. How are they teaching their student population to be resilient, to learn from prior experiences? I want to know, is Denmark bringing awareness to climate change through art and through visualization for people to really have a bigger impact? And so also, given that I teach at an arts themed school, I kind of see this as a way to get my foot in the door to do some arts-based collaboration, where I've kind of stayed away from that in the past because I felt like I don't have the cultural knowledge or experience to bring to those sorts of collaborations. So in doing a little bit of research and checking out the agenda for 2025, I found a few resources that I would love to check out. There is a program called Cities 100, and I think this was already done in Copenhagen in particular, but it was how did they create a climate resilient neighborhood? I saw a lot about green spaces and updating sewer infrastructure. Yeah, I like the science sort of nerdy stuff. But then I also was looking into particularly Danish artist Olafur Eliasson, um, using his artwork to bring awareness to climate change. And I'm hopeful that I can find other artists who have done that and kind of see how they've worked through those challenges and brought awareness to climate resiliency. And so, this last question about digital representations of cultural themes, I do think is going to be an area of growth for me. I will probably rely a lot on maps and data. That's kind of where my heart is. But I think all of that is helpful in visualizing historical impacts of climate change. You could do an interesting comparison of a map in Denmark to maps in North Carolina, showing things like vulnerability to climate change or risk assessments and have students assess those risks and propose solutions. I also really like the idea of a virtual tour, particularly if the spots that we visit could be focused on those art installations. And even more so if those art installations serve some kind of purpose and it kind of educates the public and it, if nothing else, draws their attention and makes them aware. And so really, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be considered for this program. I'm excited to learn more. As a science teacher, like I said, culture is not something I've had the chance to explore. So I really look forward to the opportunity and thank you for considering me for this program.